guys. Well, I've been busy all day getting flowers to Fiesta Foods. I'm super excited to be bringing you my first DIY. So I thought that would be great would be that the flowers that you're buying as the mixed bouquet at the store, I'm also going to be selling this as a little tiny kit, which is this beautiful little urn. And it also has, my friend Holly Chappell pretty much invented these, and they're called a pillow. So let's get started. So these are all the flowers that are in your mixed bouquet at the store. First of all, we're going to put just some water in our urn, and we're going to set the pillow right on top. If you want, you can actually take just a little bit of tape to kind of hold it in place. That one wasn't long enough. Just while you get started. Once you get started, you really don't need the tape there, but this will help us get started. So we're gonna tape it, we've got our water, and what I always do first is use my greenery. So some of the greenery you can buy this week are the palm leaves. Now here's the deal, don't be afraid to cut these down. So I'm gonna cut it down about a third of the way. I'm gonna strip some of my leaves, and I'm gonna try to, what I call, break my rim with my greenery. I'm actually going to kind of shape it more like I want it. You can get 3 pieces of this greenery at the market this week. So I'm kind of making a lower side and a higher side. I'm going to use one more piece kind of low back towards me. Or maybe I'll do it right towards you guys so it's really coming down low there. What's great about these pillows is that it literally keeps the flowers and the greenery in place where you put it. Now, does anybody recognize this little lovely? This is actually, I think, wild mustard. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I love to grab things outside that are growing out there that are unexpected. I love the texture of this. It's super fun. And there's just these little delicate yellow flowers at the edge. I'm gonna put these in here for texture. And honestly, I might just do one or 2 more pieces to kind of create the perimeter of my arrangement. And then I'm gonna start filling them with flowers. Now, we don't have a lot of flowers. This is a relatively inexpensive bouquet that I created for this week. I wanted it to be attainable during this time. So, I'm just gonna put a little bit of greenery there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put in this beautiful piece of lilac. Now, what you can see about it, I only got 1 piece in these, is there's actually a lot of greenery, and I love the greenery, but it's actually covering up some of my flowers. So I'm gonna pull off the 1 piece there because I don't like to waste anything. I'm gonna nestle that piece really low in our arrangement, and I think I'll take this other piece too. Still got some greenery there, but this is going to allow me to cover some of my mechanics. And then I'm going to let this beautiful lilac kind of hang out way up here. As you can see, things will start moving a little bit. Now I'm going to take my tulips and I'm going to group them. I think a lot of times when you don't have as many flowers, some of the most effective things you can do is group your flowers so that they make more of a statement. Now, in case you don't know this, tulips will continue to grow after you put them in water. So what you need to realize is that they can easily grow another 1 to 2 inches while they're in this container. The other thing they do is they will start reaching for the light. So even though this has a really beautiful line to it right now, it's literally going to start reaching towards the light later. So I'm literally going to do this one right here. I'm going to do my last tulip. I am going to pull off one of those long stems. I'm going to put this last tulip right here, because I know that these are going to reach for the light, so they're going to kind of come back up at us at a later point. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, because it's kind of big and bulky, are these beautiful hyacinths. This is this lovely kind of blue color, and these have not even started to open yet. So I'm really gonna know that I'm gonna leave a little space for them to open, but again, I am going to group them. So I'm gonna keep those two. That was actually one stem, and it had a little baby on it. So we're gonna keep that one there. And then I'm gonna take my light pink one, and I'm gonna come down really low in my arrangement. Kind of right in the center. Now I can turn it around and you guys can see what it's doing from this angle. Still kind of got a nice touch. This is going to be very gardeny. If you have other things in your garden, oh my gosh, definitely go get them and have fun with them and put them in here as well. These are probably my favorite flower of all time. They're called hellebores. They come in like this really amazing shades of peach to mauve to dark deep purple to this lovely green. This variety is called winter bells. It's the one that's a little easier to get. I wish we could grow them in our gardens here, but alas, I do not think we can. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna put this one, actually I'm going to continue that line over here. As you can see, because I'm crossing my stems in there, it's a pretty low container. It's starting to get a little crowded in there, so it's a little harder to get in. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Not staying where I want it to. There we go. There we go. Now we're kind of down to our last few flowers. I've got these beautiful little spray roses. These will continue to open as well. Be careful, the thorns on these babies are kind of mean. I'll just clip some of them off. And I'm going to kind of group these, but I'm going to keep them relatively low. I might take one up a little higher. I'm pulling off a lot of the leaves because they'll tend to suck the water, and we really want the flower to get the water. So I will take off any little dead stems. Wow. And that one's just right there. And this one, I'm going to bring really low, right in there. And then, let's see, really what we're down to is just having a little more greenery we could play with. And this is my little find in the alley, a little dried mustard. So I'm going to kind of cover some of my mechanics right now. Whoops, dropped my bottle. And then I did get a few pieces of Johnson grass. It really, I love Johnson grass because of the movement in it. I just think that it's just so playful and whimsical, and I really just want to kind of see this the movement of it. Oh, same thing with the, and I'll just kind of pull those, not being too particular where I put these. I just want to see that movement. I think I will get one a little shorter here in the back, maybe right there. I might get what's left of my little leaves over here, kind of get them really short, and I'm just going to throw in there. I'm going to tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that tape off, because now I can see it and it's bugging me. But now that I've got it together, really don't need the tape. So maybe a couple more pieces of the texture. If you had some broadleaf ivy in your yard, that would be a really beautiful thing to come in here and kind of go down deep with and drape over the edge. So, we're kind of finished here. Pretty quick and simple. It doesn't have to be high art. Here's the deal. You cannot go wrong with beautiful flowers, guys. Just have fun. Take what you've got, work with it. If you don't get one of these vases, I guarantee you've got some really cool little container at home that you could just put flowers in and make it just as easy as you want to. Here's a little trick I do love. This pillow now is holding everything where it's at. So when it's time to switch out my water, I dump my water out, put new water in, and just plop this right back in. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day.